now.
Okay. Okay, got it. And Falmouth, I believe we talked about the stuff that Falmouth wanted to be up to during this. So you can go ahead and add as a feature to your character sheet something called Apprentice Smith.
Okie doke.
Oh, good
Like a
boy.
cryptid picture.
Good boy. Good boy, Bessie.
I'm having to take pictures on our baby monitor for her because I can't like it's easier and less stressful on her than taking pictures under the bed.
Oh dear.
I love that you have a baby monitor for her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she hid in the closet last night. We didn't know where she was at.
Very
So
Batman.
it's proven to be
where
very useful.
where in the sheet should I add it? Under features, under biography?
You can add it for now under biography, and then I'll fill in a lot of more details after we're done today. But essentially, what it allows you to start doing is to start honing your first crafting class. That's something that I'm adding into the campaign, and it's going to allow you, for now, as you're an apprentice, to do some basic smithing, like making basic knives, small short swords, and then potentially also just polishing and also just doing some repair work on some blades.
Okay. Okay, that in. And you said let's see, do what? Make knives. What else?
Knives and also simple like short swords.
Oh, don't you start. I said, ooh.
And as payment for you working part-time and also training under Magda, she is kind enough to pay you a total of about 15 silver an hour.
Okay.
Minimum wage. And we're gonna leave it there for now because I don't think enough time has passed for Fallmet to be reading the book yet, but we'll get there when we get there on the next long rest.
Yeah.
So now we go to Kanan. Does Kanan? I believe we already worked through it. You were telling me the spells you wanted to swap out.
Yeah, we already swapped
Okay.
them out.
Okay. So feel free to converse with any of your allies on the spells you have in, just if you want. And is there anything Kanan's doing after he's finished talking with Odalia, or is there anything important that he says to Odalia that you'd like to get out there?
Well, he already said what he wanted to do last session,
Okay.
but now he's trying to concentrate right now and studying that book he got from the genie.
The Tome of Strahd.
Yeah, the Tome of Strahd.
Okay, so you want to be inspecting that right now, right?
Yeah, inspecting it. Yeah.
So Kanan, as you open up the book, you see that it's very creepy in appearance as it was before. When you feel your hands over the felt covers of the books, you feel as if you're rubbing over not really leather, but leathery skin, as if from bones and flesh of a human.
Gross. Ew.
It's the Necronomicon.
And you already unlocked the first entry of the Tome of Strahd back then, and as you peruse through, you can start to see that the next passage that looks like a blurred out, really splotchy paragraph. You can't make quite what the text says yet. However, you do see that something has happened, or in order to cause it to start to appear, though you are not quite sure of the nature of what it was.
I see.
Is
So
there anything you'd like to do with the book, or?
So I can't read it at all, or?
It's blurred out to the point where it's not really readable right now
Can I
until you figure out.
run my fingers through the blurred words, or?
Yeah.
Then let's try that then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for investigate.
Investigate. God.
Oof.
the fucking sound effect.
I forgot I put that in. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you feel your hands through the passage that is yet to appear fully. However, as you run your hands through, you can kind of feel a stinging sensation run
Paper
across your
cut.
claws.
Paper cut.
As you feel whatever magical arcane source is willing the text to life, it is preventing anyone from potentially trying to force the text to appear or try to erase it.
Okay, so looks like there's nothing else I can do with it now, so I'll just close it and put it in my
Okay.
pack.
Okay. And with that, you do start to view around the room you're in. And as you peruse through, you kind of subconsciously check to yourself for any kind of indication that you're seeing hallucinations again, like before. But fortunately, you don't seem to hear or even see Sona positively or negatively. And for the first time in a while, you feel calm and a quiet peace to yourself. What would be going through Kanan's mind right now?
He would be contemplating his existence, where the group stands right now on terms of progress, how they're going to be able to defeat the big fiery bitch woman. um Wondering about his daughter still on the bed. Worried about Kyle and the rest of the group, but other than that,
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and I think with that, we're gonna move straight over to Paul.
Yay.
It's your time, buddy. All right, let me get the music going. Sorry about that.
the fuck?
The music.
We cut to a rather interesting set piece of a rather colorful group of people sat around a fancy dinner table. Orson just eating with refinement and class as if nothing is wrong, with a smile on his face for his guests, while a rather happy Kyle just seems to be gorging down on some food at the other end.
The question is, who made the food?
In front of Kyle, to his left and right, are two people currently staring at each other right now. A purple-colored tiefling with a rather upper-class attitude, and Paul, who doesn't really know this woman but knows her by reputation.
The fuck does that mean?
And next to her sits the stranger, the mercenary for hire that now works for both her and Strahd, that is trying to find Roger. And of course, next to Paul are his two ladies that he's protecting, Claire and Irina. Kyle breaks the silence and the awkwardness. Oh, let me unpause. By just holding up his fork and knife as he's just chewing loudly and looking into you both and goes like, "You know each other?"
Unfortunately.
You see the purple tiefling smiles. "You child. I would be the sister of, I believe, someone that you've been traveling with, from what I've heard. My brother, Roger Cunningham. You see, Kyle just says, "Brother, when you're not even the same." And then Irina just wraps her hand over his mouth and goes, like, "What he means to say is, we, wow, how did you get here?"
Oh, no. Let him say what he wanted to say.
Oh no.
You see here, Kyle just muffled through the hand goes like, as the purple tiefling reintroduces himself. Very well. I suppose some reintroductions are in order, just to get it out of the way. My name is Faith Cunningham, daughter of Mr. Findale Cunningham and also Emma Cunningham. We're philanthropists by nature as a family, and I'm a cleric by career, and also hoping to help my father with some of his philanthropy work as well. And my brother, well, you know his trade.
So are you gonna answer Irina's question?
He says, in a bit, one must introduce oneself, of course, unless you're not mannerful.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe
Not
you're
yay.
Paul, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard quite a bit about you. Oh, how long have you known my brother?
Long.
Long enough to understand the stakes of what's at, long enough to know what's at stake?
Plenty.
Irina just kind of looks at Paul and goes like, "Is this so right?"
Say again?
Irina just looks at you and just sort of tries to whisper under her breath, "All right."
Oh, I'm fine.
You see the Baron Orson speaks up and goes like, "We invited her here, actually, as guests of Valaki. They're welcome to stay. Seems Miss Faith has some business here with one of your traveling companions, as was mentioned, and is wishing to retrieve him."
No.
You see
No, I
Faith,
don't think she will.
You see Faith just cuts back to you. Well, it's not up to debate for someone that's not even in our family.
No, I think it is.
Kyle just looks at Faith and just goes like, "So why are you not red like he is?" Oh, okay.
You gonna
Shrine.
answer the question?
Oh, sorry. I was reading Shrine's message. Just giving me staging notes.
I mean, it's the only thing. The rest is fine.
And she looks over to Kyle and reaches out and taps his hand a little bit and goes like, "No, small child. Learn some manners. We do not refer to someone as just you. My name is Faith, but please call me Charity. It's the name that I picked." "And what is your name?" He just smiles and looks like, "Kyle. So, you're Roger's sister?" "That I would be." "You're so different." "Well, I'm not sure if anyone's ever taught you, small child, but siblings often don't have to be exactly alike. Though, I really wish we would be a little bit more alike, to be honest." You hear the stranger just sort of sighs and goes like, You gonna keep chit-chatting, or are you gonna tell him the business while we came here? You hear Charity just goes, in a minute. So, like I said, it's not negotiable. We're here to pick up my brother. We're gonna take him home to see our father, and that's the end of it.
Oh, so you can take the rest of us as well.
Not in the plan, I'm afraid.
Well, then I guess you're gonna have to leave empty-handed.
Irina looks at Charity and goes like, wait, how do you expect to get us out of here in the first place? Like he said, you didn't even answer me how you got here. The Baron pipes up and goes like, I believe I can take that one. Like I said, they were invited here by us personally. And with some special exception and some connections, we were able to pull them into our little situation here in Barovia. And I believe, with that special exception again, Miss Faith, I'm sorry, he nods a little bit, looking at Faith's direction. Miss Charity will be able to leave once again, albeit with one carry-on passenger.
I don't think that was a good enough answer.
Right. Well, he puts down his knife and fork. I believe we can come to some sort of agreement on this. I would rather hate to see some sort of violence break out between both parties. It is a rather peaceful city, and we are all civil adults. I'd like to keep it all that way. I'll just call it. Are you guys gonna fight? Sorry, Paul, go on.
Then you invited the wrong person.
She gives Paul kind of a polite smile and just goes like, I'm not a violent person by nature, Paul. I simply wish to bring my brother home.
Oh no, not by nature, by choice.
I see that Roger's been talking about me then, I suppose.
Just enough.
You see, Claire looks kind of awkward by this point, and Orson speaks out and clears his throat. Well, before we go back to that bit of business, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Paul, on you and your group's help so far with keeping Claire safe. It was a rather unfortunate situation, and we're still looking into it, but without you, Miss Claire could have been in worse condition, and I'd like to extend my thanks. I wish I could have extended thanks to the rest of your party, but it seems that they are indisposed. Are they alright?
I'm sure they're fine. If you would like to thank me, you can get rid of her.
You see Charity just goes like, oh, well, let's save the unmannerly attitude for when we're outside, shall we? Shouldn't upset the other guests. And you can kind of see that she has a small twitch at the corner of her eye, but the stranger kind of notices and just kind of taps her arm. And she just looks over at him and goes like, I'll be fine, stop worrying. Irina just adds into the conversation and just goes like, okay, well, as much as I do sympathize that there's something going on in your family that you need to find Roger, but shouldn't it be his choice? I mean, your family, right? You see Charity wipes up her mouth from finishing up her food and goes like, we are. But unfortunately, my brother's mistakes and his life choices are what led to some of us being here. And I'd like to avoid any more of that if possible. It wouldn't be the first time that my brother did something and we had to, well, for lack of a better word, pull him out of the crap.
It was pretty useless of you to come here then.
Oh no, I wouldn't say totally useless, because one way or another, Mr. Paul, I will be bringing my brother home.
Paul's gonna lean across the table and just be like, I'd like to see you try.
I roll for a dex.
Roll for Dex?
Yeah.
I don't remember how this shit works. Where's the Dex?
Your
Perfect
attribute.
encapsul.
Ability check? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect encapsulation of awkward family Thanksgiving dinner. Also, can I just say I love that Kyle is at the opposite head of the table. It's great.
I actually like
He's
that
a
the.
king.
I'm
No
amused.
booster speed either, so he's very short.
I'm just amused that Paul has more dexterity than our bard.
So you're able to quickly dodge out of the way backwards, and you just see what looks like a pointed rapier almost just skin your chin down and up over your neck. And you see that she does this as she's taking a sip of tea, and she just retracts the rapier. Good reflexes, I will give you that. But I advise you to watch your tone with me, Paul.
Paul's gonna look at the others and just be like, so much for no violence.
You see Beatrice steps in and goes like, we're gonna have to ask you to put away your weapons. And you see Charity starts to sheath her rapier and stand up and just like, sure, so long as you tell him to stifle his idle threats.
I wasn't threatening anybody. Those were promises.
I'm just thinking.
You see the stranger turn over to Charity and goes, can I shoot the kid yet? And Orson just holds his hands up, and you see the tattoos on his arms again. And as he goes, everyone now, please, peace. I think we can come to an agreement here. Now, he gestures to your seats and asks for you to sit back down. And you see Charity takes the seat again and just kind of stares over at Paul's way.
Paul's just gonna smile back.
So he's just still standing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see Orson continues. Now, as Mr. Roger Cunningham is now within this city and within our safekeeping, I'm afraid we cannot condone for the use of violence in order to remove him, Miss Charity. But perhaps with agreement, we can do something for your need of Mr. Roger in the meantime, and also provide some help if necessary. You see Charity just stays silent, and she raises a hand over to her chin and waits to hear what he has to say. There's a bit of an issue that we've been having near Valaki, really. Aside from the dark forests that were plaguing our surroundings, making it harder to hunt for food, there is the matter of old Castle Argan's fault over in the distance. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
You see Charity chimes in and says that I'm not a local, so can't say so myself. Well, long ago, there was a bit of nasty business with some of the paladins of the Old Order who reside there. Unfortunately, their souls still haunt those grounds, making it rather difficult for anyone to venture even past the Dark Woods or around it to make a living or to get further into those lands. If possible, Mr. Paul, perhaps I can grant an extension of Mr. Rogers' stay and safety here for your assistance with clearing out those grounds. And Miss Charity, if you would help out too. I do sympathize with your situation, that with your father, as you have mentioned. But if you were to help us out, how about that we guarantee that Roger will return with you after all is said and done?
I'll clear them out my damn self if you get rid of her.
She just gives you a little small smirk and she just says, well, in the interest of being civil, for now we'll just say the negotiations are on the table. I don't expect my brother to keep his end of the promises or to his responsibilities, but we'll see. I do request that I talk with my brother first. You see Orson just throws up his hands a little bit and goes like, sounds simple enough to me. I'd say that that can be acquiesced, right? You see Irina just goes like, I don't think that's gonna end well.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, how about we have our capable guard captain, Miss Beatrice, be supervising the conversations then? You wouldn't mind, would you, Beatrice? And you see Beatrice simply nod her head and say, it will be my pleasure, sir. There. Problem solved for now, wouldn't you say?
No.
You see Kyle just pipes up and looks over at you, Paul, and just goes like, wait, Roger's leaving?
No, he's not leaving. His sister is.
What? You see Charity just goes, alright, well, I can see we're done here. We'll be back for my brother soon. And I do mean soon. She kind of stares at your way, Paul, before leaving with her mercenary.
Well, I didn't have any intentions on eating to begin with, but I've already lost my appetite.
You see Claire just tries to sign out to you, just little bits of broken phrases, Paul. She knows you don't really know much of sign yet, so she eventually quits and starts to trace some words along the palm of your hands as she spells out the word sorry.
Why would you be sorry?
She spells out the words my fault next.
And how is any of it your fault?
Orson puts a hand on Claire's shoulder and goes like, agreed. It's not your fault you were attacked, dear. You had no idea that would happen, and none of this will be your doing. So we will keep you safe until you feel better, alright? Though it is rather troublesome that her voice has now taken an absence of itself. Beatrice, would you mind? Yes, sir. You see Beatrice starts to guide Claire out of the room.
And where are they going?
Out.
Out where?
Are you asking me as Paul or as
Yes.
okay, I thought that was like out of character.
out.
Yeah, because I can't give direct answers, but
It's like, damn.
you see Orson just continues speaking and goes like, "Oh, she'll be resting in her usual room. I didn't want her to be a part of all this and add needless further stress onto her. Though I do need to talk to you about certain things, Mr. Paul, as a man of your particular skill set, actually."
Mm-hmm.
As he says that, you hear some loud footsteps as a rather rotund, rather fantastical-looking man walks through the door with a big chef hat and a uniform. And he brings with him a giant platter of what looks like to be more the fancy foods you've been eating, though this time it seems like dessert. Lots of small little finger cakes. As he steps out and says like, "Hey, it would seem that we have fewer guests." You see Orson gestures a hand over to him. "This would be Mr. Salvatore. He's known as one of the best chefs in our city. I've been told by some of my men and observers that you are a rather good chef yourself. Is that true?"
I am.
"Well, this should be an interesting year then, wouldn't it be, Salvatore?" Mel. He said,
I'm sorry. Did you see Shrine's comment in the tabletop?
I know it's a beard, but it just looks like giant shit.
No, you're right. It's very
Oh my-
intentional that I picked the design that looks the most like a Chad.
Oh my god.
Oh, wonderful.
Crimson shit.
I think Mel just killed our DM.
Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta recalibrate.
Okay, Garrus.
You see, he scratches his beard a little and goes like, "Oh, I have a fellow paisan then in the world of cookery."
I mean, I'd say so.
You see Kyle just goes like, "Yeah, Paul's an awesome cook. Tell him."
You took the words out of my mouth.
Paul makes really great bread too. And you see Salvatore. "Oh, is that so, little man?" Yes. Bread is life for people of our craft. But remember, for a chef must know how to make more than just bread. He must know how to work with it. Make it beautiful. Make it sing.
Oh my god.
You see Orson continues with a smile and looks over at Paul. "You've heard of the annual competition we have here in town, yes? With the festival that's coming by?"
I did.
"Well, I would like to formally extend an invitation for you to join it, Mr. Paul." Don't look at this card, man.
I thought about it, but I think I'm gonna have to decline.
I love that you're talking as the camera. Okay, so I forgot to mention these guys. So instead of like having drag your guys' tokens around places where you aren't, I just made everyone a camera token that you can look through.
Lovely.
And, yep, by that extension you can talk as the camera apparently.
Ah, yes, I am now an object head.
And Orson continues, "We'd like to extend an invitation to you to join in the competition. You see, every year after Salvatore's various victories, we've been getting less and less contestants. And well, with someone that can seriously give Salvatore a run for his money, such as you, I say that could make it way more entertaining than it was last year, wouldn't you say?
I was interested originally, and I'm sure it would be an honor to go up against you, but I'm gonna have to decline.
Orson just tilts his head and goes like, "Oh, may I ask why?"
Well, you see, you just invited somebody who intends to harm my boyfriend, so I'm going to have to be a bodyguard.
Orson just nods his head. Ah, that situation. Well, you should have no worries. With Beatrice on the job, I'm sure that Mr. Roger will be safe. And I'm sure that capable adventurers such as yourselves won't need to babysit him 24/7.
Oh, I have plenty to worry about.
And you just
Thanks.
and just in the distance, thanks. Roger's like sneezing a bunch right now. But Salvatore just laughs heartily and scratches his rotund belly a bit and just looks at Paul and says, "Just as well, my friend. I'm afraid that it might be a one-sided match if you were to join against me." Irina
Paul?
just sort of raises a brow and just kind of looks over to you and just says, like, "You gonna take them?"
Paul's gonna kind of set his jaw, looking clearly a bit irritated. I mean, I would be more than happy to compete.
You see
If-
Salvatore cuts you off and just goes like, "Oh yes, yes. What shall it be, my friend? A couple of omelets, per se."
Only
Some clam
if you get
chowder,
rid of
perhaps.
charity.
You see Orson cups his hand over his mouth. Interesting proposition. In that case, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask something for in return if you were to lose, Mr. Paul. That would only make it fair, of course.
What did you have in mind?
Well, I'm a reasonable man. I won't ask for anything out of the ordinary for your group. Ah. He takes a bit to ponder. Well, how about this? As the conditions say, if you were to win, I will have Miss Charity and her man removed from our premises and also ensure the further safety of Mr. Roger, of course. But if you were to lose, I'm afraid that in order to prevent any further conflict, Mr. Roger will have to leave with Miss Charity. And also, you will have to take over as Salvatore's new assistant. You see Salvatore just rubs his beard and goes like, "Yes, yes, I've been looking for a kitchen boy for a while."
I'm sorry, I don't think you heard me. I'm not going to compete unless you get rid of charity first. Then I'd be more than happy to.
Well, unfortunately, I can't get rid of Miss Charity without known cause, sir. But if you were to win, then I'd have no choice at that point. And you get a diamond on top of all of it. Wouldn't you say that's a rather great deal?
Whoop-de-doo. What am I gonna do? Cook a diamond?
There are many things you could buy with a diamond, my friend. But even putting that aside, seeing how much you care for Mr. Roger, you must want to do whatever it takes in order to ensure his complete safety, right?
So why is it you have a choice if I win, but not just to do it?
Well, Let's just put it this way. He cups his hands again and looks at you in a very business, stately manner. There are forces even above me at work here that would like to see the following evenings and events proceed. And I would like to facilitate those desires, as not doing so would mean the complete collapse and destruction of this entire town.
Well, that sounds very tragic. You should let me talk to them.
I don't think you would find that very preferable, Mr. Paul. But you don't have to decide right now. Please, have the evening, or even, let's just say, the day to decide. And you can get back to me. And if I don't hear an answer back, or if you say no, then unfortunately I don't think I can offer many resources in order to help with stopping Mr. Cunningham's sister from her, what I assume to be very soon rampage.
Like I said before, so much for violence.
You see Kyle just looks over to you, Paul, and just goes like, "Come on, Paul, you can kick this guy's butt."
Paul's gonna lean back in his chair and just put his feet up on the table. No, I don't think I'm interested anymore.
You see Orson just sighs and just, "That's a shame. You have been a great competitor." "Very well. I cannot force you otherwise, Mr. Paul. You are an adult, and as such, your choices are your own."
I'm sensing a butt coming.
Wouldn't you say the same of Roger?
I would, but unfortunately for him, he is the main point of contention among these conversations and deals.
I thought you were gonna
Oh,
say
so
kung
it doesn't
fu.
matter that he's an adult.
He's an adult, though I'm afraid, from what I've been hearing, there are some complications that he has to deal with, some responsibilities. And I think those are also a part of being an adult as well.
He doesn't actually have any.
Or so you think.
No, I don't think. I know.
He gives you a kind of a sly, knowing smile. Think it over and talk with him. I think it would be enlightening in a way.
Paul's just gonna roll his eyes and be like, "Oh, I'm sure."
Please feel free to have to go about my mansion while you can. And please see yourself out the front door when you're done. Now, Salvatore, let's talk about some dinner preparations for the festivities to come. You see Irina just sort of sits there, hands on her lap, just slapping her thighs a little bit and just going like, "Wow. You know, being an orphaned kid means that I don't have to deal with many awkward family gatherings, but I think that was my first genuine one. Thanks."
Paul's gonna look over at her and just be like, "Do you think you can do me a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
I need you to find Claire."
She's usually with, or what I assume to be with Beatrice right now. Why?
I have an idea.
An idea that's gonna get our asses kicked, or?
Oh, probably.
Oh, God.
But that's the fun of it.
Are we? You know, she looks over at Kyle a little bit and just leans to your ear and whispers, like, "Are they thinking about kidnapping her?"
I didn't say anything about that.
I think that's where you were going.
No, not at all. What do you take me for?
Kyle just looks at you and goes like, "Are you saying bad words to each other right now?"
Paul's gonna look at Kyle and be like, yes, very bad words.
Yeah. Yes. Irene just adds it. Cover your ears, kiddo. Look, I'm not saying that's where you were going, but I'm getting kind of concerned because this is usually how our plans end.
Paul's just gonna lean towards her and lower his voice and be like, we've mistaken Claire for Roger before, so why not do it again?
Are you really gonna trade her up for Roger?
If she can figure out how to get out of here, she can help us get out of here.
She doesn't even have a voice box right now.
Then teach her sign language. Kyle knows K.
Roger's job. You see, they look back at Kyle for a bit, and you can kind of see him humming a song to himself while he has his ears covered. Are you just continuing to whisper to you? It's just like, okay. And let's say I even amuse the idea that you're willing to give up a helpless girl in place of your boyfriend to a woman that almost stabbed you through the chin. How do you think she's going to react when she finds out that it's not him?
Oh, I'm sure very uncharitable.
Someone could die here.
Well, how about you do it?
Me? I don't exactly have red skin, if you notice.
I'm sure we can paint you a lovely red, and you would look amazing with horns, and we can even put a glamour on you.
She kind of just gives you the look and just tilts her head. Are you being intentionally daft?
No, I'm being completely serious.
Okay. Why don't we at least talk about this with your brother first? His sister's roaming out there. She's probably trying to find him. We should probably at least give him a warning. Because like you said, he should have a choice. So let's at least give him one.
I agree. We can talk it over with the others.
Okay. She kind of looks back at you for a quick second. No more talk about kidnapping.
Nobody is kidnapping anyone. If she's willing, it's not kidnapping.
Oh yeah, let's just ask the girl that's already feeling guilty and also just despairing over her lost voice. She probably won't feel guilty about doing this any at all.
If she feels guilty, and she thinks of this as redemption, then it works.
Have you been hanging out with Victor?
Unfortunately, sometimes.
Ugh. Speaking of which, where the hell is he? Usually he comes back by now.
I don't think you want him around. Especially if you don't think my idea is good.
Yeah, well, it makes me nervous when one of our party is missing for this long. Isn't exactly the first time, but I think I would like to avoid more of it. You see, look over to Kyle, and she takes his hands away from his ears. Okay, kiddo, stop it before you give yourself a conundrum, aneurysm. Kyle just kind of looks dazed as he's been just humming in his head and just covering his ears the whole time. And just says, do we go now? I mean, the food was delicious, but I think I'm full.
We can go.
Kyle hops off his chair like a little kid would, and he just looks at you and goes like, so, are you gonna beat up that chef, Paul?
Paul's gonna pat him on the shoulder and just be like, I think I'm gonna have to beat up a lot of people.
Ooh, fun!
It sure is.
Irina just sighs and just pats Kyle on the head too and goes like, okay, wanna go find the others?
After you.
you see when she opens the door, you can kind of see Salt. Not Salt, sorry. You can kind of see Ryson and Beans on the sides just exchanging what looks like to be fan pictures of Claire. And they kind of hide it behind their backs as they see you exiting and just reform into their courteous guard stations.
Paul's gonna look at Irina and be like, we could always use more party members.
What do you mean?
He's just gonna gesture to the two guards.
She looks at him and goes like, "Yeah, good luck with that. As far as I know, they're pretty loyal to Beatrice. I mean, not that I blame them, but."
Bisexual disaster.
Paul's gonna raise an eyebrow at her.
What? I respect her.
Uh-huh.
She's a strong woman at the top of her field. What's wrong with that?
Continue.
Yeah, that's it.
Are you sure?
Shut up.
The top of her field. Mm-hmm.
Not like I don't see you getting googly-eyed every time you get a kiss from Roger.
Oh, so you want her to kiss you?
Shut up. You see Irina's face just gets a little more scarlet as she kind of just pushes you along. Come on. And you see Kyle trailing along as he just kind of laughs and sings along the way. Irina and Beatrice sitting in a tree. Shut up, kid.
Paul's just gonna grin and look at Irina and be like, we could bring her along too.
And she goes like, let's just find your boyfriend first, alright?
What's
She's
the
turning
matter?
his-
Wouldn't you want to be with her?
She's turning as crimson as Roger's skin.
See, now you have a perfect decoy. It's fine.
Okay. Let me go ahead and move you guys over. Woo. Someone playing with dice?
No.
I hear some dice moving.
Ghost dice.
Okay, we're over here now to Party B.
Oh boy.
Party B sounds like a really good D&D name for if Cardi B played D&D.
Oh my god.
Are we supposed to be in a different area?
Yeah, I'm just putting in the camera icon. Don't worry. I'm putting in the cameraman.
Yes, gotta get them good shots.
Yep. All right, everyone can see Roger's room, right?
No, it's still
Nope.
the mansion.
Hold on, I think I know the reason.
And I think I just got kicked out of the
I mean-
foundry.
You do not own any token with vision in this scene.
What?
I have a black screen.
That's weird. You should own the camera token.
It's still showing the Baron's house.
Huh.
I've just got nothing.
I am currently seeing Roger's room and the inn, so
Shrine
You
stole
guys-
the camera.
Yeah, hold on. I think something's wrong with the camera ownership. Let me see. How about now?
No, I'm still seeing the Baron's house.
What is going on? Oh, I think I know the reason. Now?
Still the Baron's house.
Yes. I'm good.
I'm still at the Baron's house.
Try refreshing, Blaze.
Third time's the charm. Maybe. Okay, now it's showing the end.
Nice. Okay. So, sorry. We cut back to our favorite tiefling. Still deep in sleep, as he's deep dreaming about the past. A memory comes back to you of when you were very young, young enough to still consider Faith to be your sister, young enough to have been before all the drama between you two had ensued.
Oh, joy.
The memory for you is hazy as you remember dissonant sounds of your parents talking and bickering with one another in the background, perhaps with some business people that they were speaking to for their jobs. And the memory then leads you through blurred images of your old Cunningham home to the visage of a purple tiefling, small girl, in a small little dress, having hidden herself away from the family out in a tree outside of the home where you remembered was the favorite hiding place of you and your sister. And you see that her face is currently hidden uh, against her knees as she's just quietly sobbing a little.
Is this a participation dream?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Roger is going to approach her, just be like, Faye, what do you want about?
Roger, just get out of here.
He's just going to sit down next to her. Just be like, what's the matter?
I feel like no matter what I do, it's never good enough for them.
He's just going to kind of awkwardly pat her shoulder. Because I imagine at this point he's a little too young to quite
Yeah.
fathom.
Yeah, she's definitely still the older sibling.
Yeah. They're like, maybe you just gotta show me you are good enough.
You mean like I haven't already been trying to? I take extra classes. I get tutors for my cleric spells, but Dad's always gonna prefer you.
He's just gonna kind of sit there like, I don't know, I think Paul loves both.
You see, she kind of sinks her head deeper into her knees.
Doesn't really know what to do, so he just sort of like leans up against her.
You see that as young as you were, perhaps you didn't notice it then, but you faintly remember at least a small hint of a smile through her tear-filled eyes as she holds on to you for a bit, and you see her say some words to you, and though you try to hear them in your memories, they come out silent and mute. And as you're trying to hear what they are, immediately you're awakened by a small pinching sensation on your nose.
He's just gonna kind of swat at whatever it is. Like,
Immediately when you wake up, you see what looks like to be a skeleton head biting onto your nose. And when you swipe him away, he just sort of goes, ah! And clacks against the wall and just slides down and, ow!
he's just gonna. What? He sits up. He's just rubbing his temples a bit. What the hell was that?
Hello, Master Roger.
Did you have to bite me on the nose to say that?
Well, it didn't seem like you were stirring from your sleep, so I had to get creative. And it didn't seem like your sphere buddy was awake either.
She just sits there and it's just like, what is it?
You stir awake, and you can see that indeed, like he says, next to you on the countertop is Jake, and it looks like he's unresponsive. Just a regular sphere.
Oh no.
Just gonna kind of look over and just be like, Jake, buddy. Just sort of poke him.
There's no response, though you can still feel the heftiness of the sphere. Yes, the skeleton continued. That's exactly what I wanted to mention. It is rather awkward that he just stopped responding to my rather witty jokes like that.
Did anything happen before that? Roger just started turning the sphere over in his hands like,
And he says, like, well, no, but I did hear some interesting talk from the ongoers outside.
ongoers.
Usually it's none of my business, but considering you are my one and only hope to find whatever it is the rest of my body went to, I feel like I should mention, perhaps you should know this individual.
Uh-huh. Go on.
You see, even in my many years of assisting adventurers like you in your efforts against Strahd, I usually don't see a tiefling among your kind around here, but it seems like another one has come to town.
You mean Claire, right? Red one looks like me.
Let's say a purple one, I believe.
A purple tiefling. What do they look like? Aside from being purple.
You see, he just sort of does a little hop. Sorry, that was my best attempt at a shrug.
Roger's just gonna be like... Roger's kind of like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell it's her, so no, it's fine. Just gonna be like, all right, well, I guess there's another tiefling in town, or maybe they will pay attention to something other than me and Claire for more than 5 minutes.
You then start to hear rather loud whisperings outside.
Can I make out anything that's being said?
No, not from where you're at.
Does it sound like it's right outside the door or just outside in general?
Outside in general.
Okay, he's going to move over and he's gonna like crack open the door to see if he can hear any better.
You crack open the door and you see two other citizens on the balcony. Seems like they're looking at something downstairs on the first floor. And you see it's like, another one of them? Oh my god, ever since Claire, they're just popping out of the woodwork.
Gonna sort of peek and try to see what they're looking at.
Roll for stealth.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Hold
We
on.
really need to work on your dick score.
Oh yes, yes, we definitely do.
Oh!
Ooh!
Holy shit.
I was about ready to be like, what the fuck number is that?
It's a heart symbol. You look outside, and thankfully, due to your craftiness, you're able to stealthily peek at the downstairs balcony, and you do see a familiar set of horns from peeking out from from the side of from your perspective. It would be like peeking out from up above the balcony veranda.
Oh. Oh, great. Cool. All right.
I don't like that music.
Roger's just gonna be like, oh, that better not be what I think it is.
And at the same time, Kanan and Falmouth, you guys were. Sorry, Falmouth, were you sharing a room with Roger or?
Kanan.
Okay. Kanan and Falmouth, you guys are now waking up.
Okay.
Roger's just gonna casually shut the door.
Just nope. Now, what would Kanan and Falmouth be up to now as they are rising?
Putting on his clothes, I guess.
That's more or less what Falmouth's doing himself.
And now you two would hear a commotion happening outside too, same as the way that Roger is, but you don't know about the part about Roger.
What the hell is that?
Probably a bar fight downstairs.
Why do I have a very bad feeling about this?
Because we're in Barovia, where everything bad seems to come true.
That's a fair point, actually.
Yeah, could you get that, please? I can't leave the room. I guess I'll go
It's
downstairs.
fine, Rattles.
You're teleported to downstairs, right, Mel?
Yeah.
Awesome, those things still work. Kanan, you head downstairs, and immediately upon arriving, you see what the commotion people are talking about, and it would be a purple tiefling. From her form, you notice that she's a woman, talking to the bartender, and standing next to her is the very same gun-toting stranger that's been chasing you guys and Roger for a while.
Well, I don't see them.
Yeah, just for now, because now everyone's on the same floor, just use theater of the mind.
His eyes are going to, his pupils are going to narrow as he stays at the top of the stairs to try and listen what they're talking about. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You hear the bartender give out information and goes, yeah, they checked out to rooms upstairs. But wouldn't recommend you disturb our guests if possible.
He's gonna go back upstairs.
And you hear the purple tiefling as you're walking away just say, I only need to talk.
He's gonna knock on Roger's door.
From that knocking, you can well, you wouldn't see it, but the purple tiefling would kind of look in that general direction and see what looks like a red dragonborn knocking, and she kind of squints her eyes looking at it, knowing that there's something there.
Roger's just gonna go to the door and just be like, who is it?
The old man.
He's gonna open the door. He's gonna make sure that he's not in front of the door as he opens it.
Quick question. Do you have a window in your room?
I don't think he does. Does
It's up
he?
to building code. It better.
There is a portrait in your room.
That's not a window.
Yep. That's all there is on the wall, unfortunately.
Be a window
Kanan
behind it.
is going to rub his eyes, still a bit groggy. Well, I do believe there is a purple tiefling downstairs asking for us, and one smelly-looking dude in a cloak. That smells familiar.
Roger's just gonna kind of be like, get in here.
Ah!
Slams the door shut.
Okay, this is awkward.
And Fallmouth, what would you be up to during this time?
Falmouth's just waiting by the door, keeping it slightly ajar just to keep an eye out on things, but still in the room that he and Kanan were in.
Nice, okay. Give me 1 sec. Here we go. Almost you'd hear the oncoming sounds of footsteps coming up the stairs. One pair sounding very heavy, while the other sounds quite dainty. And what would your reaction be?
He's going to wait, and if someone tries to force the door open, he's just going to prepare to like burst out of it.
Your door's already open right now, though, by the way. And in the other room, what are the two red boys up to?
I'm talking to Front about it in DMs.
Oh, you guys are scheming. Okay.
They're basically having a quiet conversation.
That's fine.
Listen, I think two people are looking after you, and there's no way out of this room.
Oh, all right. Look. Can you tell me what the tiefling looks like? That's what I need to know.
She's got long hair. She's purple and got a very nasty disposition.
That is the bare minimum. Can you give me some more details?
What more do you want?
What color's your hair? What color's your eyes? Anything?
I don't know. I didn't get a good look at her. But I do know that the smelly guy with her might be that guy that tried to capture you.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay, well. Roger's just like, that's my sister, and we are not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Alrighty. So, what did you have in mind?
I'm getting the fuck out of here is what I got in mind.
Unfortunately, you can't use Dimension Door out. Has to be in line of sight.
Wait, don't you have some kind of glamour spell that can turn you into something else?
Yeah, it's either that or invisibility.
And as this is happening, Falmouth, you hear the footsteps get louder, and you can tell that they're in front of your door now. And you hear loud knocks on your door.
Can I help you?
We're looking for someone. A tiefling, by chance. Is he in the room?
Only one in here is me.
And may I ask who you are, sir? Just for our mission, we're
None
trying
of
to
your
find
business.
someone.
I don't see why I have to answer that question.
He looks over at the stranger. Rather insolent, but not insolent enough to be my brother. You see, they travel further down the room, and Roger, you'd be close enough to that corner now to hear that the footsteps are approaching.
They're getting closer.
Almost just gonna crack the door open just to get a good look at them.
You'd
Right.
see what a deeper look at the woman. You see that she's dressed for the trip, but you can tell that from her stance and the way she walks is that she's quite elegant and trained. The purple tiefling, and on the other hand, the stranger walks with a rather rugged training and experience, as he's done several of these manhunts before. And Roger, please continue.
Roger's going to use his disguise self spell since he's got the tattoo that lets him do that.
Okay, who are you disguising as?
Well, he's gonna turn himself into a red female dragonborn.
Kenny's gonna look at him with a raised eyebrow. Dude, what the fuck?
Look, play along.
That's cultural appropriation.
Keenan is going to roll his eyes, and then he's going to. What's that pose called in Japanese where they put their hand over the wall?
Okabe.
Abaddon.
Okabadon.
Cabadon.
Abaddon.
He's gonna.
You're cabadoning him?
He's gonna cabadon him, and he's gonna start making very, very loud grunting noises.
The footsteps come here now, and you can kind of see Charity reacting to the noise that she's hearing, and she rolls her eyes and goes, "It definitely sounds like my brother's in there."
Almost just walks out of his room, just like acting as if he's just coming out for like the day.
You
And
see
close the door
Charity
behind him.
sort of silently nod her head and gesture to the stranger as the stranger readies himself by putting a hand on one of his holsters, and he knocks loudly on their door.
And Fallen's just looking at them, very suspicious now.
Kanan's going to respond. We're busy. Go away.
Roger's just gonna be making some girly moans in the background. Oh, noise.
Okay, both of you roll for deception, and I'm gonna roll a contested against their insight.
Oh no.
My
Oh,
God.
Jesus Christ. Oh my
Kanan is
God.
terrible at acting, and Roger is phenomenal.
I mean, he's a bard.
Okay, off that nat 20, I'm gonna say that your visceral just mating noises is like good enough, so real that it's convincing enough to drown out Kanan's acting as well. And you see the stranger just sighs and just. I ain't exactly in the mood to go out there and shoot somebody that's bumping uglies. Okay? Man's gotta have some class. Not exactly that they have some class considering what they did to me on the shitter. But we're gonna wait, and then I blast whoever comes through the door. Deal? And Charity just rolls her eyes and goes like, why can't you ever do things so classy with me? Just barge in there and just tell them who we are and just drag my brother out there. If it's visceral love-making noises, my brother is a whore. He does this for a living.
And Falman is just gonna like get a step up, and he's like, "Now, I don't know who taught you manners, but it's not exactly polite to barge into someone else's room that they've booked."
It's not exactly polite to barge into other people's business either, Mr.
Again, my name is none of your business, but I can tell you that as a paladin, I'm not exactly going to be putting up with that nonsense of yours. You may be a cleric, from what I can see, but you are quite a shitty one, if I do say so.
You guys inside the room are hearing this arguing going on
Kanan's
outside.
gonna make a fist bump.
Are you guys just like still cabadoning? Like
Yeah,
what happened?
we're still like
Yeah.
fake clapping, but Kanan's making a fist bump at Falman's comment.
You see, she looks at you with discontent, almost, and she just says, "Oh, a lot of rudeness to throw at someone you've never met before, but
And it's rude of you to try and barge into a room.
But you should happen to know a lot about me just by first glance. Tell me,
I
did you
really
notice
don't give a shit who you
Silver
are.
Dragonborn with my brother?" She refers to the merc and it says, "Yep, you'd be one of them."
Uh-oh.
You see, she turns back to you. Perfect. You wouldn't have to be hiding my brother in your room now, would you, Mr. Silver?
The room I was in was just me, but if you want to look, sure.
You see, I kind of have a problem just believing your words after the kind of attitude you've thrown at me.
Like I said, go ahead.
You see, they start walking away from the door, as the two of you in the room will be able to hear.
I don't know about you, but I don't know if I can keep the charade up. So I think I'm getting a boner.
Roger tries not to laugh at them.
The nat 20 noises are too real.
Roger's just like, I mean, we can try to sneak downstairs. Maybe.
Sneaking is not my forte, but I'll give it a go.
You see, Charity goes inside to search the room while the mercenary stands in front of the door, just staring over Falmouth's way. You see his hulking size matches, but also almost towers over yours as his orcish stature demands. You see, he takes out a cigar and starts just lighting it up and smoking it.
Sorum's daddy is a piece of shit.
You know, for a cleric of Ilmater, you're kind of shitty at what your job is.
Yes, yes, throw some more of those colorful insults my way. But hey, I'm not the holy man that's trapped in this godless place, now am I? And so, are you two gonna try and sneak out?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think we're gonna go for the sneaking out, but sort of like as casual passerby kind of dealio.
Okay.
Like with his hand, with Kanan's like arm slinged over Roger's shoulder.
Roger's got his hand around his waist. Kind of. Roger
So
also
you still have the disguise self on, right?
yes, and Roger's definitely playing it up as being, a vaguely intoxicated female dragonborn.
Okay. You guys roll out the door, acting like the merry, just afterglow drunk, dragonborn couple.
I would have just said to vault over the banister for you guys instead of trying to walk past.
You walk up to the stranger who stands in your way as he turns towards your direction, Kanan.
Kanan's too busy looking at Roger, just giggling.
Roger's just kind of doing the same thing, just like you're so bad.
No.
Kanan just laughs like, "You ain't seen nothing yet, darling."
Oh my god. You see, he kind of moves the cigar around in his mouth a bit as he takes it out and blows a bit of smoke in the air and says, "You having fun?"
Kanan's gonna stop giggling and look towards the stranger with a smile to his face, and he says, "You could say that. Why, were we too loud? Oh, apologies about that."
See, one thing about this dirty little place is, it's mostly humans, and aside from the occasional imps here and there and vampires, well, lizards and dragons like yourselves are often rare around these parts.
And
And though I'm familiar with your face around, not too sure about there being a female one around.
I'm sorry, are you implying that we all look alike, or that there's only like a handful of us? If you actually looked around a bit, maybe you would actually see that there's more of us around.
wow, talk
Roll for-
about a racist.
roll for roll for deception for playing the race card.
Racism.
Racism.
Oh my god, you both passed. You see, he kind of looks at you warily and slowly moves out of the way a bit while he smokes.
Roger's gonna
Cheers,
go
chap.
gonna go past it, just sort of Duke and just be like, the nerve of some people, really.
Pay no attention to him, darling. Now, how about we have some more fun away from this inn?
Sounds good to me.
See, as you say that, as you're moving by Roger, you almost bump by your sister as she's coming out of the room. She goes like, "Well, it's clean, but he knows magic, so he's a little bit." She pauses for a bit, seeing the female dragonborn walk past her.
Roger's just going to pretend to not notice. Keep like like leaning
Kanan-
and giggling on
Yeah,
Kanan.
yeah.
She's
Kanan's-
gonna call out to you at Roger and just say, Miss.
He's gonna pause and look back and just be like, "What is it?"
Now, this could just me being silly, and if so, please feel free to ignore me. But you wouldn't happen to know anything about a red tiefling boy that's been walking around, right?
Oh, and Roger's going to look flustered and glance at Kanan like, "Oh no, I'm in trouble."
Kanan's gonna scratch his nose. I know there's a female tiefling that likes to sing a lot and entertain the crowd, but I ain't seen no male tiefling around here.
There was one, and he's kind of looking at Kanan like, "Play along, play along."
Oh, you mean the one that got drunk downstairs? I wasn't paying much attention to him. I was too busy looking at you.
She just kind of gives like a girlish giggle and was like, "Stop."
Make
But
me.
he
And,
was.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I said, make me.
It's like, but he was, making eyes at you. I'm just saying.
At me.
If you didn't see,
No.
You see, she kind of laughs a bit. Say, yes, my brother can have a bit of a reputation, stuff. But I haven't seen many dragonborns around here. It's just rather a funny coincidence, don't you think, that I just encountered two of the same ones here?
We keep to ourselves, ma'am.
we just had this conversation.
It's okay if I tell you a story real quick.
We're kind of in a hurry, but
See, I grew up with my brother for many years. Over the years, I've noticed lots of mistakes from tells, you could probably call them. Many times it involves him running around with his drawers around his waist, running away from after having slept with a rather important official or someone that even knows our family. Theirs. And one of the things that him going to that useless bard college always afforded was the ability to cast spells to make him look like someone.
look, ma'am. I'm sorry, but we just don't know the tiefling that you're looking for.
He cuts you off and says that, so I just wanted to ask again, just for my clarification. I'm worried about the brother you see. Do you know anything about my brother? She looks deep, staring into your eyes, the same eyes she had that day when she cut you for the supposed touching of her boo.
He's just going to stare back at her and be like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
Both? Okay, roll for deception, and she's gonna roll for insight. You have advantage, and so does she.
Or wait, no, not disadvantage. No.
Nope. Okay, we can take the higher one out of there. Wait, was that the highest one? No, that
I
no.
did. No, hold
she
on,
ro-
hold on. Let me.
Can she roll again?
Yeah, might as well. That's
Okay,
fine.
hang on. There we go.
Three
You ain't beating that. You ain't beating that one.
3 times.
All right, let me roll for hers.
You ain't beating a 28.
I'm so sorry, Stormy. I didn't mean to startle you, baby.
Luckily, she only rolled a 19. She, I guess, she seems to lean in a little bit, almost like she's like a bloodhound sniffing out the prey.
Kanan kind of pulls
But
Roger closer to him, like, hey,
I was gonna say Roger's gonna kind of lean back, looking like she's a crazy person.
and she's gonna back off a bit and go say, "Very well. I apologize for my rudeness.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a
nope.
crazy morning for me yourself, and please let me know if you happen to spot that red tiefling again somewhere. I can help with disciplining him for the way he looked at your companion."
Oh, it's no trouble at all, man. We'll let you know if we see him.
Roger's like, yeah, do that, and like, just it looks kind of like, who the fuck was that? Like that kind of.
Kanan just shake his head, like, I don't know, don't care. I want to get laid again.
I love Valley Dragonborn girl Roger.
Now, I don't believe I caught your name.
My name is Faith Charity Cunningham, and I'm looking for my brother Roger Cunningham. Considering that we've already established that he was seen traveling with you, we would appreciate it if you could tell us his location.
Look, last I know is we separated or sometime earlier in the evening. I don't know. I don't know where he is now.
Alright. But in that case, he should return at some point.
I feel like everybody's primary excuse is going to be, he's a whore. Do you think we can track of him?
They're not
Oh.
Knowing
wrong.
my brother, he's not going to risk adventuring alone, especially with his little boyfriend around. Very well. We'll leave it at that for now. And we'll search the
Come
next.
on, shoot.
Sure. Just one thing. For a cleric of Ilmater, who is the most forgiving god, you're not exactly very forgiving. You might want to work on that.
Sometimes even the gods need a sharp sword, Mr. Fulmouth.
That's Tyr's place, not Ilmater's. You might need to learn something about your own god's teachings.
Well, even the most forgiving gods can have blades, Mr. Now, have a pleasant day.
Mm-hmm.
You see the stranger takes out a cigar and speaks to her. You really buying all that filth? You see Charity go, hell no. He's here somewhere.
Oh, if you do try and cause harm to him or any of us, I don't think you'll get very far away from Beatrice.
You see the stranger just shrugs and says that, hey, if she wants to bring a sword to a gunfight, that's her business. Tell you what, I can pull the trigger a lot faster than she can probably whip that thing out. But you too, sir. And
Meanwhile, you got
find-
school.
if you
Meanwhile,
find
you
this
were.
spoiled little brat, tell him he still owes me for that little shitter incident.
Mm-hmm. Now, I wouldn't assume that she only has a sword. But we'll see.
As you walk away, they continue their conversation as Charity just starts biting at her thumb, and you can hear her mutter under her breath in a different tone than she usually does. Damn it, fucking. It was like, all right. I don't pay you to start caring about me all of a sudden. I pay you to do your job and find my brother. Yeah. Well, vampires are starting to pay me a lot more, so you might want to start, ramping it up in case you want some allegiances to start changing. But I remind you about the deal, though. Big old vampire said your brother's your ticket out of here. Otherwise, you're stuck here with him. And you see Charity looks over to him and goes like, I don't pay you to state the obvious either.
Grace!
Go. All right.
Sean! Sean! I'm sorry. I gotta clean something up. Grace just peed on the floor.
Oh, charming.
Yeah, I'll be right back super quick.
Okay. We'll pause for a sec then. How you guys doing?
Okay.
Roger's not having a good time, but he's managing. The sleep helped.
Yeah, the nat 20 rolls are kind of insane. Oh yeah, Rattles. These spells are some of these spells are insane, which is why I'm like, yeah, talk to me first about these before you
That's why I'm like, let me throw these at him.
yeah. I'm surprised you didn't look at forgot what it was called. It was the teleport one.
I did look at that. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, nah.
I looked at that and I was like, that seems kind of like Paul's gym. I could see from your choices here that Paul is indeed going violent.
Paul chose violence.
But yes, we will certainly talk a lot about these. Let me just take a look right now while we're waiting for Mel, actually.
Rattles, did you see what I asked?
Yes, I did.
So how am I doing with Charity Shrine so far? Or...
I think you're doing good. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Shrine might be a bit scared.
Oh, Roger definitely is. I'm having a great time.
You're just like, oh, I love seeing my character suffer. Love it.
I mean that's what most
most
writers and
creators
artists do.
say.
Yeah.
It builds character.
Also, all I can think of, even though it's not quite Valley Girl, is that fucking video. Hold on, let me find
Alright,
it.
I'm back.
Welcome
Let me
back.
find this video.
I'm
Hang
gonna
on.
need a new thingy. This thing don't have pick up P no more.
Where'd you find the value one, Rattles?
Oh, that's the one I already have. The ones. Wait a minute. What am I doing? For that first level, it's reversed. I wrote the spell that I have first.
Reversing
Yeah.
the store value. Got it. Okay, I was a bit confused. Okay, got it.
I like to think that this is the experience kind of that Roger is having with Kanan right now.
Wait, say that again? I'm sorry, I'm brain farting.
See it in your girl voice.
Oh, but his girl voice cracks me the fuck up. I love it.
How you doing?
Yeah, the guy laughing is definitely me when I saw the nat 20 rolls.
I just every time I hear that, just how you doing? That's all I can think.
My favorite bit was you walking away going like, who the fuck was that?
Honestly, Falmouth was just ready to, if the stranger had gone in with Charity, was ready to just shut the door, break the knob, and bolt down the stairs. And
Shane is like, I'm getting a boner.
Roger's just like, that just means I'm good at my job.
Okay. But all I can think of is the dude with the medieval bartering kink.
Oh.
God damn it, Rattle.
Yeah, sorry, give me a sec. I'm just switching out Paul's spells for him.
I am multitasking at the moment because while we are playing, I am also throwing a toy around for Stormy. Because Oh, and anything to wear her out so that she doesn't scream all night like last night.
Alright. Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Okay.
She sounds like a puppy that's learning how to howl
Oh no.
when she cries, and so
And-
she just
She's also from a feral colony, so she found that we have a window and wanted to go back outside, which obviously cannot without a harness.
Yeah, that sounds a little dangerous.
yeah, she's not she has coexisted with humans, but I would say that she's probably not as socialized as she should be at her age.
Mhm.
But she is showing promise. I mean, she's playing and coming out from underneath the bed, and that was I wasn't expecting that this fast. So
Yeah. Shows
and
that
she's
she's
young.
comfortable.
Yeah, she's young too. So like, if they're younger, it's a lot more. They're a lot more inclined to socialize.
Paul's getting a lot of spells involving space manipulation.
Involving what?
Space manipulation.
All
That seems to be your shtick.
I can think of is just you're gonna turn Faye inside out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, honey.
I've been playing with her mostly while sitting on the bed. So I'm sitting in my chair and I'm playing with her. And she came out and came around the corner of the bed, saw me in my chair, and was like, "Hold on, wait. That's a human person."
Bitches. 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 I'm back.
Man, Bowser carried that movie.
Yeah.
We still need to see it.
It's
Yeah.
a great movie. I might be drawing a lot of shipping art with Bowser, so I apologize ahead of time.
Hell fucking yeah!
Why are you apologizing?
Okay, there you go, Rattles. Yeah, those spells should be okay for now. If they get a little too broken, we'll talk about balancing. Okay. But, so, we cut to outside the inn.
Bitches.
On map, load up.
Oh. You
Yeah,
got
no.
up and she was like all the way to the other side of the bed. Goodbye.
I keep feeling like I'm hearing your fucking phone vibrate, and I'm like, it's not mine.
Roger and Kanan, you guys leave the inn
Woo.
with Roger still in disguise self mode. And
Mhm.
outside, you see your boyfriend Paul, along with Irina and Kyle and retinue.
Kanan is gonna look towards Kyle and give him a big old smile. Your silence scares me.
Rattles, you okay?
Yeah, Rattles was.
Oh, I did not hear shit. I was going downstairs to turn the light on.
Oh, okay.
He ordered food. That's
Can
why.
you repeat yourself now?
I said Kanan is going to look towards Kyle and give him a big smile and say, "Hey there, little buddy."
And Paul, you'd see Kanan, and right next to him is a female red dragonborn that you've never seen before.
Paul's gonna look at her and then look at Kanan and be like, again?
Huh? Kanan's gonna. Huh? Oh no, no, no. This is Kanan is going to push Roger forward towards Paul.
Careful now. Not just yet. Don't break the glamour yet.
Paul takes a giant step back.
Like, back off me, thought.
Begone, thought.
This
Rogers.
is this is
Palmas is gonna go right next to Paul.
this is Minerva.
Oh.
Minerva.
Irina just looks over at Ken and goes like, "Really?"
Oh, she's just a friend.
And Palmas just gonna lean in and whisper to Paul. It's like, play along. His bitch sister's here.
He's look at Kyle, looks at you, Kanan, goes like, "Oh, Kanan, is this your sister too?"
Oh my god, no.
Kanan's going to chuckle, and he says, "My family is all the way in Baldur's Gate."
I thought you were going to say for some reason all the way in Baltimore, and I was like, wait.
It might as well be Baltimore. Shit.
Baldur's Gate is Baltimore now. Canon confirmed.
Oh my god.
Paul is gonna look between Minerva and Kanan. Just kind of being like, really? This is the best y'all came up with?
Kanan's going to shrug like,
Roger's gonna keep this up and just look at him, just be like, Minerva Melange, pleasure to meet you.
Melange.
I knew Rattles would lose it at that.
Oh my god.
That's an inside joke because we get fucking vegetable mix and it tries to be fancy and call itself melange. And so
Which literally just means mix.
every time we fucking pull it out, we're just like melange.
The fact that I speak French, I understood that. I mean, like, god damn it.
I just canonized it as Roger looking around, seeing a brand like veggie bag. Melange.
Melange.
Paul is gonna look at him and be like, melange. Right.
Palmas just face palms and he's just like, Bante divine.
So is she joining our party? Is this a one-time thing?
"Oh, we're just going to escort her to the next village."
And out from behind you, Roger, you kind of feel a tall shadow over encompassing you, and you see that it's the stranger making his way out of the building.
He's just gonna kind of, step aside to Kanan's side there.
Paul's just gonna eye him.
Oh, so you're a bullet for what you did to me there, Brad.
I'm sure. Paul's gonna cast Vortex Warp.
Oh man, okay, that's a con saving throw, right?
I think so. Let me
Okay.
see.
By the way, Max, is there
I'm-
supposed to be music?
Yeah,
It's
there's
a
music.
very ominous music.
I haven't
Ominous.
heard any music this entire time.
It's
You
just this really sinister sounding low tone.
Yeah, because you
Yes.
guys are kind of in a really tough spot.
Hold on,
right?
let me refresh. I'm refreshing right now. Now I can't
Okay.
enter the game. What the fuck?
Okay, yeah, it is a con saving throw.
Wait,
Yes, it is.
don't do anything till I get inside.
Okay, the guy has 5 cons, so this, which is hilarious because he failed to check in the first place.
All right,
What's
hold on.
your spell save DC?
Fuck, how do I check?
Last I checked, it was 14. Does it not say on your cheat?
I do not see
Let me see.
Where the fuck would I even know
Yeah,
that?
it's DC 14. Is
Oh,
you
there
see-
it is.
Yeah,
It's in tiny ass font. Okay.
yeah.
I'm still not hearing any
So
music.
he's got to beat a 14. You still don't hear him, Mel?
No.
Did you mute your jukebox?
No.
All right. Let me pick something that sounds more apparent. Then maybe you're just not hearing it because it's not loud.
All I'm hearing is fire crackling.
Yeah, that is one part of the ambiance. Right. Let me see. What's good here? Da-da. Yeah, this should be fun.
There it is. I can hear it now.
All right. Save throw time. Whoop. Dirty 20, unfortunately.
Damn.
You try to vortex warp him, but immediately you see a flash of muzzle flare as he fires another bug projectile near your foot and makes you kind of jump away.
Almost immediately drawing his sword. You die for that.
No, we don't need to have any bloodshed.
Paul's gonna look at him and be like, "Damn, can't take a joke."
Roger is just going to look at Kanan and just be like, "Your friends are a little chumpy."
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Oh.
good sir. I had no idea why he did that.
So,
Yeah, he does.
when'd you pick this one up, Clerk?
Why, you jealous?
Women are more trouble than they're worth. As my employer has probably already shown you.
I beg to differ. There are some diamonds in the roughs.
Roger's just going to be like, "Aw."
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of things hiding around here. He kind of just gives you a glance, Roger.
Listen, how about I give you a little something? He kind of rubs his fingers, and you can be on your merry way.
He kind of chuckles a little bit underneath his cowboy hat, just looks at you. Gonna pay off the mercenary. Real cute. Usually it'd work unless you could, when you could actually pay more than the other guy did, but I'm assuming you don't have that kind of cash on you.
How
And
much
as
is
much
he
trouble
paying
as that.
you?
Well, as much trouble as the little rich brat is in, you wouldn't believe how much they're actually paying out for him. About 3,000 gold.
I see. Well then, is there anything else I can offer you that can pique your interest?
Other than your head? The vampire is paying more for that too. But considering what much trouble it's gonna bring, I'd rather stay a little civil and do my job of actually just capturing the brat right now.
Do you really want to shed blood in this public area right now?
Blood's not the issue, Clark.
Of course it isn't. But opening fire when there's so many people around could cause a panic. Do you really want that?
I'm sure I'll get an earful about it soon.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
You see Charity kind of now exiting the building. Speak of the devil, or rather devil rest. I'll be off doing my job now and trying to sniff him out. You all have a nice day. You see, as he's leaving, though, he kind of still gives you kind of a knowing glance over in your way, Roger.
Roger's going to keep up the kind of look like, "What the fuck was that?" Like that kind of look.
Like, who the fuck was that? Like, oh my god.
My God.
Paul's gonna look at Minerva and just gesture to Kanan. So, what'd you see in this guy?
Hey, come on.
It's just
Kanan kind of flexes his muscles. Who could resist this? And he kind of kisses one of his arms.
Roger just goes, "He makes me laugh."
he makes me laugh too, for
Kyle,
completely different reasons.
Kyle looks over at Paul. Wow, Kanan really likes this lady, huh?
Yep. I guess she's coming with us.
You see in the background, you just see the Charity goes, "Hey, did you actually fire your weapon around here?" And you see she's already chasing after him with a scolding already formed up. Irina just rubs her temples and just goes, "Okay, we have a lot to talk about."
How about we get to someplace a little bit more quieter? He kind of rolls his like hand like to gesture people to like let's go already.
Any suggestions?
Excuse me. Anywhere but here.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Changing the map.
What's so funny?
I don't know if you saw Soul Detective in your Twitch chat.
Mm.
Tip's hat, melange.
Melange.
We don't have any, and that makes me sad.
That just reminds me of Friends. Regina Phalange.
Oh my god, yes.
What's really funny is that Mel beat me to it because I was going and Mel actually got a name that wasn't too far off because I was gonna go with Begonia.
Begonia.
Why is there two
Go
Canaan?
with yourself.
But I think that Minerva works because
I mean-
it's got a nice alliteration going on. Minerva.
Why-
You could have also gone with Dragon D's.
Dragon.
Dragon D's.
Oh my god.
Why is
Ligma.
there two Falmen? I mean two Canaans.
Is there two
You know
Canaans?
why?
I only see one Canaan.
Oh well,
There's
look
only
at my
one.
screen. Look at my screen. Look. I
That's Fallman.
That's
wait.
what?
I can't.
Damn!
I can't believe
Fallman's got-
Foundry.
Fallman's
No,
got
because-
There
legs,
is
too.
some hidden that Kanan underneath you.
There's a
That's
hidden
weird.
cane underneath him.
Foundry out here being racist, saying all Dragonborn look alike. Jeez. Everybody in this town.
Okay, you guys wander off to a desolate street that you could find for yourselves within Valaki. That looks like it has the least amount of people nearby and is quiet enough for you guys to discuss between yourselves.
Oh gosh.
You know, your sister is a really awful cleric of Ilmater. Embodies none of his virtues.
I think that's the least of our worries right now.
Roger just looks over at Falmouth. You think? Still in the girl voice.
No, I mean, like, how has he not been struck down? How has she not been struck down for being a faithless follower? Like,
Correct.
legitimate question.
Perhaps something to do with the magic of Barovia that's keeping her from being punished. He kind
You
of
see
Got
Irina
it.
looks over to you all and goes like, if we were to argue about about anyone using their face as an excuse to do evil actions, we'd be here all day. I don't think any of them are going punished for the most part.
Roger's just gonna be like, I don't know how she rationalizes it to herself. I do not care. We're getting out of here.
Irina just looks, yeah. Think we. I don't know. Maybe you guys can go and I can stay.
Wait, what? Why?
Look,
Well, we have the Ismark thing.
Still have to find out more about my brother. But I'm not gonna ask Roger to stick around while his sister's trying to get him.
But we can't just leave you here alone.
She goes quiet for a few seconds.
Ismark asked us to keep you safe, and that's what we're going to do.
Technically, he asked you to bring me here, and it'll be okay. Just, I'd rather not get anyone's bloods.
Considering that from what we've learned from our associates, the Baron is one of the vampire's lieutenants. If we leave you here at his mercy, Strahd is going to get you.
It's better than seeing you all dead.
Come on, have a little more faith in us. We're
I
tougher
do.
than we look.
Look, it's not that I don't trust you. If you guys came during the middle of things, okay? You weren't here when it all started.
Maybe not, but
It was bad, okay? Really bad. I saw friends, family just killed before my eyes trying to defend me. Even worse, those who were under his control did horrible things to the people they loved at the whim of just his words. I'm not sure I can handle seeing you all like that.
now, as touching as that is, I've never been one to leave a job half done. Part of the job, yes, was to get you two here, but he also wanted us to keep you safe from Strahd. And if we just leave you here at the Baron's mercy, that would be betraying what Ismark asked of us. Because the Baron is working for Strahd. If we leave you here, you're going straight to Strahd, and all of it's for nothing. Even if he has you, he's not going to stop tormenting the people.
She looks downwards as she feels a tugging at her gloved hand. As she sees little Kyle looking determined up at her and saying, "Don't look behind."
Besides, who's going to annoy me when I'm trying to meditate?
What, you don't want your new girlfriend to do that for you?
Ken is just gonna roll his eyes.
Who's going to call him old man?
Roger's gonna put his hands on his hips
Watch it, Falmouth.
and look at Marina and just be like, last I checked, we might as well be family at this point. And not that kind. No, he points behind him, and not that kind of family. Like, so no, we ain't leaving you.
Besides, it's not like we can leave Barovia anyway.
Actually, I think we can.
What?
Or at least not that we know of. For certain.
Yeah. So Paul and I were talking with the Baron, and well, unluckily for us, we ran into your sister there first, I think.
What'd she say?
And I was like, Roger's looking at her like, go on.
I think Strahd cut them a deal. Her's passage out of Barovia in exchange for taking you with her.
You know that's not going to include all of us.
Well, of course, but if there is a way, maybe we can take advantage of it.
Honestly, I would think that the most expeditious way of getting out would be to kill Strahd.
Well,
Easier said than done, at least.
there's no harm in
That's
looking
it.
at all of our options.
Look, I know that Strahd has to die, but if there's at least a way for some of us to be safe, I'd rather look into it too.
Roger's gonna look at her and just be like, now, if you're suggesting that I go with her,
You fucking cray.
Hell no.
Oh no no
You
no
want
no.
me? You
No.
want me to be safe? Hell no.
Paul is gonna put a hand in front of Minerva and just be like, no 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 no. We weren't thinking of you going with her, but we do have some candidates who could.
Irina just kind of looks unconfident in what's coming.
It's just like, who?
Well, we've mistook Claire for you before.
Okay, but
I
that
am
doesn't-
not turning Claire over to that bitch.
Then Irina.
No.
It gets Irina out of here.
Ain't putting anybody in the hands of fate. Have you seen that bitch?
She can run when she gets out of here.
Nah, she's fucking crazy.
More to the point, there's also the fact that if it's Strahd's condition that she can only leave if she has Roger, who's to say that he'll be fooled?
Ah, this is true.
Do you not like your sister, Roger? You hear Kyle ask.
Roger looks down at him and is just like, goes over, gets down like, you know, on his level. And it's just like, look, normally in a family, siblings are supposed to stay together and be nice to one another and all that. My sister ain't never done that. And my sisters tried to hurt me before, so frankly, no, I do not like my sister. I just want to stay away from her.
You see, he kicks a little bit of dirt on his feet, and he says, "Oh, that's weird." Well, back in Orthol, I saw that all my friends had sisters and brothers, and they were always fighting and stuff and arguing, but I don't know. I always thought it might be fun to have a brother or sister.
Ordinarily, yes. But
Actually, it is. Mine's just the exception to the rule, as so to speak.
Is there a reason why she doesn't like you?
because she's
There's
petty.
there's a lot of reasons she don't like me. And Roger's just gonna kind of get up and sort of be
Irina,
like,
Irina petting Kyle just says, "Adults are pretty complicated, kiddo."
Yeah, we're kind of dumb sometimes.
It sucks. Don't become one.
But can't say, Irina pipes up. Can't say I exactly agree with the plan of giving someone up in Roger's place either.
So what do you propose that we do?
I was actually thinking. She looks over Roger. Maybe the person that this revolves around should have a choice. Like Paul said.
wait, say what?
What do you think we should do, Roger? This involves you, no one else. But we're all here for you, if you need us.
Roger's just gonna kind of be like, look, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know anything right now. This has been the worst, like, 2 days of my entire life right now, and I don't fucking know. All I know is I don't want to be any fucking where near her.
There is a plan B, maybe. Irina looks
kidnap
nervous. Irina looks nervously over to Paul. Paul, look. I know you love him. We all do. You more than all of us, but maybe the way that we make it her safe, all of us, without giving anyone up, is that competition.
Are you kidding me?
Look, you're great at cooking, right? So just kick his ass. Problem solved.
I also have no clue about the goddamn competition because I didn't eat anything of his.
Well, I mean, we're trying to avoid the food anyway, right?
Ideally, yes. But it kind of helps.
Well, just to explain it to everybody, the Baron also mentioned a cooking contest that's annual around here, apparently, with the coming festival and the carnivore. Apparently, the winners get the diamond as usual, but he added an extra stipulation if Paul accepts. If we win, he'll kick Charity out, along with the little cowboy dude. And, well, thing is, if we lose, we have to go with her, Roger. And Paul will be, I think he called it a kitchen boy for that Salvatore guy.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Roger just sort of shakes his head, like,
That is way too big of a risk.
Look, if there's one thing I know about pompous assholes like him, is that he's grown too used to winning to know anything about being fearful of the competition. And as far as you're the best chef I've known.
Why don't you enter? You know how to make an egg now.
Have you not seen my bars? Look, how about we all be your assistants? We'll hunt the food, and then you can cook it.
I've been meaning to take Kyle hunting for a while now.
Kyle just says, do it.
That doesn't mean I'm going to just suddenly win the contest.
But you have the skills to do so.
Yeah, and if I fail, congrats. That's my fault.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Well, as someone just told me recently, have a little faith in us. Like we have faith in you.
Paul's gonna look over at Roger and just be like, your call.
Roger's just gonna kind of be like, I mean, if it gets her out of here, I mean, if you lose, I suppose we could just book it. Possibly.
Maybe.
Wouldn't be the first time we've had to do something like that. But I'm not going down without a fight. I'm just saying.
He's gonna look at her and just be like, if you're saying like, oh no, I might do something to your sister, I can tell you right now, I do not give a shit.
All I'm saying is those kitchen knives are more for just cutting vegetables.
That's fine with me.
Melandry.
Melange.
Also, I'm sorry.
Someone just groans in like discomfort.
Also, I'm sorry, Shrine. Did you change his last name?
What?
It says Cummingham.
Oh yeah, no, that's
No, that was
been
always his
last name.
last name.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
the family name is Cunningham.
That's how
he goes by
fights the rest of the
Cunningham.
family.
Yeah, it's one of his spite
Oh,
things.
okay. I was about to say like, oh man, is this a prank?
He does it to spite his family.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, got it. I was like, what the? All right. Irina looks over to Paul and goes like, "Okay, Paul, how can we make this more interesting for you then? Aside from literally the life of your boyfriend being on the line."
winning would be a great start.
Well, you do have them spices from that that croc lady.
You do.
From Mama Juju.
I highly
Yeah.
doubt anybody here's had something like that before.
And you do still have some of those rad vegetables from Win as well.
He's also gonna stop and be like, "Hold on a minute, hold on. A minute. Is your is Flubber having any problems?"
Not that I know of.
Roger's gonna pull out Jake.
You guys see Jake as a normal brown-looking sphere, unresponsive, and with no magical markings on him.
That doesn't bode well.
He's been like this since I woke up.
Falmouth is going to look at Era at his sword for a second. Era,
Yes.
just making sure that you can still answer.
Roger's gonna. Oh yeah. Also, he's gonna pull out the skull.
And you
Oh,
see
God
that
damn it.
this whole time that Skullhead has been just biting onto your belt for dear life. Oh, thank goodness. You walk a lot.
Kanan's gonna make like a little crocodilian like hiss as he stares at the skull.
Bye,
Ah,
Bahamut.
Paul's gonna look at the skull and just be like, what is that?
You.
all of you again. How could you forget me? It is I, Duke Clax.
Oh, bye, Bahamut.
Yeah. You remember merchant we met? That's where I got that
Merchant.
mirror from.
The person who
Don't you
sold
feel
Kanan
it
a
in your
defective shield.
bones?
I mean, the person who sold Kanan a mostly useless shield.
Hey, I
Uh,
resent that, good sir. I'm sure that shield has seen use, has it not?
I did say mostly
So-
useless.
so why is he with you?
Well, he was in my room, or well, his head was in my room. Apparently, his body's missing, and needs some help.
Some rowdy children decided to have their way and also toss my body and its several body parts to the winds, you see. And unfortunately, without my body, controlling my little wagon of curiosities is not too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose, for the time being, I shall accompany you.
Now, Paul, was there something else that the Baron mentioned to you or asked you or anything like that while you were there?
You see, he sees you change the topic and he says, like, hey.
Well, I was too busy thinking of all the ways I could kill Faith, but I think I recall something about ghosts and clearing out something, whatever.
Oh, right, Irina just says. He says there's some sort of haunted ground near here, near the Dark Forest. Something called Argon Vosshalt?
Do you know anything about that place, Era?
Era just says, yes, in fact. It was the main fortress and last bastion of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, it was the site where they fell. Irina's nods, yeah. Well, that's the other favor he asked us to take care of, though I assume that comes after we take care of the whole deal that he's trying to make with us.
Oh, but didn't you hear, Irina? Faith wanted to help. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Irina just does an ugly grimace.
Okay, fine. I guess we're doing this.
Roger's going to look directly at Paul and just be like, "Do not accept her help. Just don't do it."
I think
Paul-
he was
Paul
referring
is-
to the contest.
Paul is going to look at Roger and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Just making sure.
You see Kyle just sort of mouth open wide just hearing all these words, learning.
Paul just points at Kyle and is like, "Don't repeat that."
Kyle
Okay.
just bounces up and down a little bit. It's like, come on, Paul, you got this.
Okay, fine. We'll do this. I will enter this contest.
Kanan will
Maybe we
nod
can-
with approval.
Maybe we can make them that bread that I've been telling you about. I bet they'll find that really delicious.
Maybe.
Plus, I don't like that other chef guy. He smells.
Smells like what?
That's first thought.
He just shakes his head. Oh, I don't know. It just smells like a butcher house with him.
Hmm.
Paul's gonna look at Kyle and be like, "You ate his food."
Well, I mean, I was hungry.
Oh.
What'd you think of it?
It was okay. Not as good as yours, of course.
Is there a reason why it was only okay?
I don't know. When I ate it, my tongue kind of felt funny. Like I wanted to eat more, but it just didn't have that same taste as yours.
I don't want you eating that food anymore.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're going to be hunting for our own food. Try
Okay.
to avoid eating anything in Velaki.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit tough considering we're in the town.
Well, I guess I better get started then.
I feel bad now that I think about it. Irina says, all the people we've met must be eating these food for years. Must be why they're so complacent.
Undoubtedly.
Can't exactly just tell them to stop eating, though.
Well, one problem at a time.
Right? So, she looks over at Paul. We doing this?
Let's go replace the chef.
Sounds good to me.
He pats you on the back, Paul. All right.
If I lose, I will kill you.
I don't doubt it. And yeah, I think that would be a good place for us to stop it for
Did
tonight.
you check my DM?
Yes, I did. Before we stop, then you wanted to have Kanan have a talk with
Yeah.
Colin, right? Okay, so like,
Kanan is going to lightly tap Kyle on the shoulder. Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Is my mic working?
yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
Kyle looks at you and goes, okay.
He's gonna pull him towards the side. Just a bit out of earshot. Listen, he's gonna get on his level and kneel down. I want to apologize to you, of the way that I acted in front of you. I wasn't myself. I was, sick.
It's okay. He reaches out for your hand and says, when my dad was a doctor for Orithol, he told me a lot how being sick changes people. Mom was sad a lot too, and Dad said it was because she was sick. It's okay though. Because like my dad said, even sick people need understanding.
Kanan's going to very, very gently squeeze his hand and give him a smile before he, continues. So,
I don't.
go ahead.
He says, I don't get most of the things you guys talk about, but I know that you guys are all there for me. I love you guys.
Oh no!
So
I'm gonna
even when
cry.
even when you get mad sometimes and look all scary, I still love you all.
Oh. Kanan is gonna go tight lip as a lump catches in his throat. And he gently nods before he goes on. Listen, um, I was wondering if you would like to come and stay with me when all of this is over.
You mean like live with you?
Yeah,
Sure. That sounds fun. Can I still see Paul and Roger and everybody too?
I think that can be worked out.
He smiles and just leaps into a hug with you.
Oh no! Kanan is going to look shocked for a moment, but then he kind of hugs him back. I know I can't replace your mother and father, but I will do my best to protect you. And I'm done because I'm crying.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Kyle just holds on tight to you without a single more word need to be said.
From now on, you'll be my son. I'm done. I can't go any further.
He just silently takes it all in and continues hugging you.
Okay, I'm done. I can't.
Roger's just leaning on Paul, just being like, "Well, that's the one good thing I've seen happen today."
Irina just looks over you, Roger, and goes, well, remember, we wouldn't have this moment if it wasn't for your help, so, you know, you're a big part of this too. Look, I know Borovia's a shithole, and we're all going to want to get out of here as soon as possible, but you and everybody else makes it worth struggling for.
He just sort of quietly, like, sort of nods.
Paul is gonna look over at him and be like, do you have to stay looking like this?
Well, probably not, but I figured I'd let it run its course at least until, it's finished. I'd rather not drop it early.
You see
Secondly-
Irina puts a finger up to her chin and goes like, we're learning about more and more of your tastes as far as we go along, Mr. Dean.
Oh dear.
Paul's gonna look at Irina and be like, we're learning a lot about yours too.
Oh,
I guess we're in the same boat then.
Yes, but see, I already have a boyfriend. You won't even talk to your girlfriend.
It's a work in progress.
bye, Panic.
Roger,
Bye, Panic.
Roger's
And
just
Paul's
leaning
grinning.
around
Paul's
like,
just grinning. He's like, and so the mask falls.
Roger's just leaning around like, is that so? Maybe we should make some arrangements.
I agree with Roger.
Arrangements.
Not that sort.
What, you don't want Bellatrix to be your bodyguard?
Bellatrix? I thought it was Beatrice.
Beatrice, whatever.
Bellatrix
Yep.
Lestrange. Oh.
It's like, I don't think anyone would want Bellatrix Lestrange, to be honest.
Yeah, the chick like a yeetus deletus.
Don't stick your dick in crazy.
Yep. Don't do it.
And you see Irina just goes, well, I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible thing to have an extra pair of hands protecting Kyle.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure it'd be great for an extra pair of hands.
That does sound like you could use them.
You see, Irina just turns around and just says, "Oh, go freaking snuggle with Kanan or something."
What?
He gestures. It's like he's preoccupied.
You see, Irina just says to you, Kanan, "Your girlfriend's being sassy."
I don't think Odalia would be too happy about that.
Kanan's just
Looks over at Kanan and gives him a wink.
he's still holding on to Kyle and just rolling his eyes. You guys are weird.
You see, Kyle looks up with a smile and says, "They're family."
Yeah, I reckon they are. A very odd family.
Should
The
we
best
find a
kind.
different inn to hide in?
That might be a good idea.
Irina
Um,
scratches her head. Well, the birds had that secret base, right? Maybe we can lay low down there for a while.
Good idea. We'll need to go to the bookstore then.
That ain't a bad idea at all.
And hopefully that oaf hasn't turned it back to the toy store again.
Oh, right. Irina awkwardly looks over to Paul.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe we should have him go inside with a blindfold on just in case.
Where we're going. And we're just gonna cut it off there.
Where y'all taking me?
Fantastic!
Where y'all taking me?
It's like, hi Paul, you're joining this competition you didn't want to join, and also you're going to your phobia nightmare land.
Paul is just like, I don't have enough chickens for this.
Well, Barovia is the stuff of nightmares.
Yep. But you okay, Mel?
Huh?
You were still crying?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
Oh.
okay.
What'd everyone think of the session?
It was funny.
It was amusing.
I had a good time. Roger did not. Roger's not having a great time at all. I'm delighted.
There were a number of things I was considering, like in response to the gunman just shooting at Paul. Like my first thought after that happened, I was like, okay, let me think about whole person.
I love that after the attempted vortex war, Paul was like, yo bro, it's a prank.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for Paul, it pretty much is.
Does that spell ever work?
It worked where
It did work.
Yeah, it got you guys across the canyon.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
And it did, that was also how he got him up in the tree. That's one of the reasons why he's
Yeah,
pissed.
If you don't remember, he was taking a shit and Paul fucking yeetisted him
All right.
mid shit.
Ew.
So he's pretty upset about that still.
That's funny.
And armed with the new spells and the books I got, I think Paul's gonna be a lot more violent during combat now.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all.
Yeah, and Kanan got a few new toys to play with too.
And he get a new son.
Yep. Well, technically the entire group did.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Honestly, just Paul doing that to the guy while he was doing his business is something you would expect out of Game of Thrones.
At least it wasn't a crossbow to the chest.
That's a very undignified way to die.
Honestly, he deserved it.
Oh yeah, he did. But still, it's an undignified way to die.
Irony death too.
Yeah. Also, Miss Sunday's death was kind of fucked up too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kind of hurt me.
Wait, which one was Masande again?
The translator.
Yeah, the translator. Okay, got it. Yeah, that one was pretty bad. Like that whole season was just ugh.
It was bad.
Yeah.
The season was bad, and like I've read the books also, so it's like seeing what happened with Rhaegal. I'm like, that doesn't work.
Yeah, they were They were very clearly trying to get the show over with to move on to other.
I'm just like this. I'm like the scorpions can't pierce dragon scales. If it hit the eyes like it did to Aegon's sister's dragon during the Dorne War, that would have made more sense. But it's like it can't pierce scales.
They also fucked up my man Jaime Lannister's redemption arc. Fuck that.
Yeah. He's kind
Brienne
of
got
useless.
done dirty.
Yeah.
I think we stopped around season 4, and
Oh,
then
sorry.
just
No,
moved
oh
up.
no, you are a-okay. It's fine.
No,
Don't worry.
no, we trust me. We went on a deep dive for the rest of that because we were pissed.
You're better off not
Yeah.
watching the.
They
Yeah.
did Daenerys fucking dirty.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really did. Season 4 really was when things started going downhill, so I think you guys were right
Yeah.
to stop there.
I think
I
just
was-
watching the first 3 and then you're just good. Just forget
You know,
about
back
the
when
rest.
Tyrion actually had a brain.
Yeah.
I remember
That's because
being
that's
really.
because they were still following Martin's work, because Martin's books ended at the time that they stopped, and then
yeah.
that's when they started making things
Yeah.
up.
Honestly,
Yep.
Yeah.
every time Tyrion fucking slapped and or verbally abused Joffrey was the best season.
I
Oh,
am
absolutely.
tits and wine.
Tyrion is hands down still one of my favorite characters from that.
I don't like how they handled him in later seasons because they made him inexplicably stupid.
They dumbed him
In
down.
Yeah, like the whole.
Yeah, I mean, but like I'm talking about earlier seasons, especially though. I like the character. I think they did a very good job early
Right.
on with him.
Him and his bromance with Braun was one of the best things.
Yes.
Danny kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet. I'm like, the Iron Fleet they were only just talking about 2 episodes earlier, and the one that she brought up as having
my
stopped
dragons.
Dragonstone.
And now I must prepare
So
for
it's-
tomorrow. Ugh.
Okay, let me schedule for next session.
I was also very sad about Oberyn.
Oh, yeah.
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 Wait, is that the
I
one
was
that got his
like-
eyes like squished
Yeah.
out?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That was traumatizing.
Pedro Pascal is a very good actor.
Yeah. You don't partake?
Yeah, that man was just bisexual hot mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yes, good.
Yeah,
That's exactly how it should be
I
represented.
want to fuck the host, and the host's like, I'm not available. Oh, like, okay.
Yeah. Other great character only because Charles Dance is such a great actor, Tywin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's such a bastard, but you love to see him.
Yeah.
But yes, next session. Are you guys free on the 29th?
Let me see.
Yep, I am.
Yeah, I should be.
Awesome. How about you, Rattles and Shrine?
Oh.
Yep.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay.
We're
Blaze,
good.
you said you were cool, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, we shall set it for the 29th, which will most likely be a more combat-heavy session since we've been due for one for a bit.
Oh dear. Alrighty.
We
then.
just had one.
So you guys can play
Was
around
it,
with your...
was it the last one? The comments?
Well, technically we didn't have everybody there, so.
Yeah, well, this is true. This is
True.
true. This is
I
true.
I want-
can't
I want-
believe
an opportunity for everyone to play around with their new toys.
I can't believe
also
Paul
true.
is gonna fight at the cooking competition.
I just want to roleplay it like Kanan, just like expressing his not airbending, his waterbending skills.
Roger gets his food tasted and they say it's bland and he just fucking fires
It's
magic
fucking raw.
I don't think I got anything new
Look.
besides the blacksmithing thing.
Look, look.
Yeah,
Oh.
Paul got some dangerous spells because Max made the mistake of showing me a new book that he got of spells.
What that KCC thing? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of them that look really
and
neat.
I'm like, this is a homebrew, and my god, they went
Oh, yeah.
all out.
A lot of it is very clearly based on TV show and movie stuff like Avatar and I think Mel, you also found the literal Harry Potter spell that's in there, right?
Which the death curse.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yep.
No, no.
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah,
I will have to take a look at this at some point. I just.
yeah,
honestly,
so you can
I'm-
view it in the
Default.
compendium packs, both you and Blaze. So in compendium packs, the tab, you see the default folder. Open it, and you should scroll down. You should be able to find KCCC spells.
There's a lot of water-based spells, and I'm just like, ooh, I can't wait to try them out.
Oh yeah.
It's like
There's a lot
fire
of
and water. Yeah.
I was looking at a lot of the electric ones, and I'm like, no, Paul is gonna wind up going down the necromancy route at this point.
I was telling Mel too. Is like you
Yeah,
can
that's-
control a lot of. If you use a lot of water spells, flubber technically counts as water.
Yeah, but
Yep.
it's gotta be consent.
Yep.
I don't understand killing curse because it's like there's already a spell that does the same thing. Power word kill.
Okay, but you know,
If I recall,
reskin.
if I recall, Max, didn't you say that these spells actually can apply to all classes?
Yeah. So the thing about this book is that whoever homebrewed them said that there are no class limitations, and that's because it's up to DM permission. So
Yeah.
if I approve it and your class is capable of learning such a spell, based on what I would consider the class to be able to do, then yeah, I would be okay with it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not
Also-
like a complete broken thing.
Yeah, he
Also,
gave people.
I'm just gonna say, whatever our next campaign is, I love the fucking classes in this, and I'd
Oh, yeah.
love to do them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Kibbles book has a lot of great stuff like that. You can find it in the Compendium Pack too under KCCC classes.
Yeah, from Max, he says I can use necromancy, conjuration, abjuration, enchantment, and divination as a
Yeah, because
cleric.
in the main D&D book, clerics can already do a lot of those spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff that wizards can.
Yep. Because clerics are pretty broken, to be
You're
honest.
a wizard, Harry.
You're a blizzard, Harry.
I want a blizzard. Oh.
Oh man, I would love a blizzard right now.
Like a 7-Eleven one, or?
You mean
Ew,
Dairy Queen?
no.
Dairy Queen.
Oh, I've never
The
had a
Mc-
Dairy Queen blizzard.
Essentially, the old McFlurries.
Yeah, I've never been
Never
to
did.
Dairy Queen, unfortunately.
Do you even
So-
have Dairy
man.
Queen?
You
In
should.
California?
They're so fucking good.
Rattles, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say to not move, but if you glance down to your right,
I see her. She is just a gray mass. Hi, baby. Are you sniffing around? Are you looking for treats?
I
Oh,
think
okay.
she was after a bug. There was
Okay,
a
then.
bug that was over
I was
there.
gonna say, like, are you telling him that there's a spider near him or
No,
something?
No,
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 If
no.
if you look directly at her, she kind of
She
runs off under the
freaks out.
bed because she's still getting used to being
I
around
see
new
your
people.
butt still.
She doesn't like being
Um,
detected.
Yeah, she's like, do not perceive me. So
I mean,
normal,
she's made a lot of progress given it's
Oh,
only
yeah,
been
she's-
3 days.
and she's getting used to it. Like, I mean, I've been able to look at her without
Where's
her
her
being
treats
too,
at?
too freaked out. They're on your desk, and also here if you wanna.
Oh,
Take
no,
this.
no. You can keep playing with that.
Well, she looks adorable, so I'm
Vorpal
glad you guys
weapon-
got her.
Yeah,
Vorpal
I'm
weapon is
hoping-
looking very promising.
I'm hoping that she
Okay.
settles in.
Vorpal weapon is looking very promising once I can get to 5th level spells, if I can get
Yeah, I
those.
was looking at that earlier too. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, I can't use that.
It's
Yeah, I
okay.
think she was looking for
What?
treats.
It's okay,
What
Mel.
spell?
You can literally cast fire tornadoes.
So like, what spell schools are there for bards, or is it just everything? I don't.
Now I
recall.
have to make like an animation
If
description
you're
for
in
that one
those,
too.
you have access to all spells.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because
It's just pretty much ask Max, what will and won't be allowed.
yeah, because
Yeah.
some of these are very broken, so I
Very.
can't.
Oh
allow
well,
it.
yeah, I imagine.
Yes,
Um,
so I can't allow it. I'll probably just have to adjust a little.
So immediately I just lose my shit
Let's
because one of
see,
them is just
looking
called
at-
Awaken Rope, and I'm like, well, I mean, Roger,
Bondage.
just do bondage.
Honestly, paladins have access to conjuration, necromancy, evocation, enchantment, abjuration, transmutation schools as well, and divination. Looking at their
Yeah, you pretty much
divination
have
schools.
around the same stuff as clerics can do.
Yeah, because they get raised dead as well, but 5th level spells are pretty late for paladins.
Divide self, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Max, did you put in his 4th level spell that I wanted to replace, or is that going to be a no-go?
Let me check. The 4th level spell was it was lightning
Lightning
charge.
charged.
I think it was 3rd level.
Was it?
Let me double check.
Ooh, I can't wait for deep
Oh, it's
magic to
second
come
level.
out with the new
Okay.
spells because I think I also have a foundry code that I bought for Max to use when it comes
Yeah.
out.
Yes, you do.
Man, I'm just
And that
spoiling
means
you.
even more. Yeah, well, spellcasters in general in the game get very spoiled because it's just like, wow, you guys have all the options.
Yes.
Because
Oh, I guess.
as the old saying goes, linear warriors, quadratic casters.
Yep. That's why when Strixhaven comes around, whenever we get there in the future, that's gonna be real fun for you guys.
Oh, I guess I can pick another spell because I wanted to replace one of the 4th levels since I had 2 of them.
Yeah.
I just gotta figure out which one. Because I know I was wondering about lightning charge because I'm like I could give that to Fallmist.
There's literally a spell in there that's basically life transference but stronger.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's one called Inner World, and I'm reading through the thing for it where you basically create a little imaginary realm. And what got me was this: while in the Inner World, if you fail a saving throw, you can choose to succeed instead. You can do this up to 3 times. Me, you can what?
Like you can't keep me from my world.
Max, what about suffocate?
Oh yeah, the literal Avatar season 3 of Korra thing.
That's a 4th level.
Yeah, I mean, do you want it?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
dear.
put it in, and then I'll have to read it later to see because like, ooh, it does sound very strong.
I almost feel bad for Charity. Almost. Not
Yeah,
really.
well,
Are we
remember,
actually
she's
gonna
also
kill her?
she's a pretty strong cleric too, and she's got the mercenary on her side.
Paul
Oh,
has
well,
no
I
sympathy
mean-
or empathy.
I mean, despite what the mercenary says, there's still the whole 21 feet rule.
True. Okay, there you go. Suffocate. Seriously, like whoever wrote this spell was watching a little bit too much Legend of Korra.
Ooh, pressure cutter. I like this one. You unleash a blast of highly pressurized water in a 60-foot long, 15-foot wide slashing through everything in its path. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 10d6 slashing damage on a failure. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
See,
Sorry,
that's the. Oh, go ahead.
rain of spider.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
saw that.
I'm just losing it over the fact that that's even the name of a spell.
I imagine, you know, somebody has that and cast it, and Kanan is just like, nope, and fucks out of the room.
Yeah, noping out of there.
Kanan would just use fire breath immediately, like goodbye,
No,
spiders.
fuck, I would be fire cycloning that shit. Nope, he does not like bugs.
Yeah, Rain of Spiders is literally Mel's worst nightmare.
Yeah, if that would have happened in real life, I would probably die from shock.
Yeah, at that point, roll for psychic damage.
Yeah,
A rain of spiders in real life, abso-fucking-lutely not. A singular spider, I can deal with that.
I can't even deal with a single spider.
Okay, but can we appreciate it's not just a swarm of spiders or a rain of spiders, it is a vertical column of spiders.
So
Also, just
it's
the image, the concept is really funny to me too. Just
the only thing I can think of right now with that whole thing is just that swarm of shadow heartless in Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's literally the spiders forming into a mech.
Soul Detective is like, you know, as artists, y'all have the power to freaking animate your OCs casting these spells, and I'm just like, just the idea of having to animate the effects for any of these spells just makes me exhausted.
See, this is why people sell those animated spell effects.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of spell effects, though, yeah, I am definitely gonna have to nerf some of these spells. So What? Was there anything else that anyone wanted to settle before we end the session today?
Nope, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'll probably have to look through the spell lists and stuff at a later time to like
I'll
fully
leave it.
go through it.
I'll leave the session up, and it's gonna stay up for a while before the AFK timer kicks in. So feel free to peruse in the meantime.
How many hours did Fulmouth work with Magda before?
I'm gonna say in the time that it took for that to happen, and then afterwards when you guys went back to the inn, I'm gonna say grand total of maybe 3 to 4 hours.
Okay, just because there's the whole silver thing that she was offering, so that's...
Yeah. So let's just say 4 hours.
Okay. Thank you, and the silver hasn't updated to reflect that.
Nice. Someone in the team got a part-time job.
Aside from Roger.
I mean, 60 silver for 4 hours of work isn't too
Hey.
bad.
For Roger in this place, is it really a job or more like a hobby?
I mean, it could be a job if it wasn't for the fact that there's people looking for him and everything else going on.
But hey, maybe Minerva can find some work.
Oh my god.
Kanan looks at it and goes like, I am strangely turned on by this. But yes, thank you for coming, everyone. You guys were awesome. Thank you for helping me take my mind off things. It's going to be a brighter weekend.
Of course.
Thank you for hosting.
Now I have to DM tomorrow.
You
now
can do
it's
it.
fair.
You'll be fine.
It's just
Yes.
been a couple months, that's all.
You're still a good DM.
Yeah, you'll do great. And, I mean, if anything, you do a lot better female voices than I do.
Yep.
I would hope so.
I can't do
Me-
male voices at all.
I mean, your female voices are fine. Like, me doing female voices just sounds like the guy who voices, Archer and also Bob from Bob's Burgers, where he uses the
Bro.
same he uses
Bro.
the same voice for everybody.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Right now, I am both genders and I can't do either.
Marshmallow is here and she brought her rear. Hey, baby.
Yes, that guy.
Girl.
Oh, sorry, girl. All right. Thank you, everyone. You guys were awesome.
Okey-dokey.
I'll be on Discord if anyone wants to discuss stuff about their characters or needs help with spells.
Okie dokie, Annie Oakley.
Later, guys.
Later.
Nah,
See you.
I'll put this on YouTube.